Well. I see you took my advice, but you'll still need to keep what was given to you, as the scenes of horror grow even more unimaginable. Prince and Freddy will continue to be your tour guides on this carousel of hell, only as long as you keep your nightlight close by to keep the black-eyed children at bay, the poltergeist calm, and the night crawlers hidden. Hit the lights and sit back as we welcome you to Nightlight, a horror movie podcast.
And I'm Prince, also known as Head Knight.
And I'm Freddy, also known as Nighty Night.
Wait a minute. You're in my body, dude.
Someone turn in the machine, quick. Oh, man. That was a quick little fun bit there. Little fun bit there. Oh, holy shit, y'all. This is Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. Welcome back. I am so excited to talk about this particular one because we are still continuing our Best Friends month, which is also known as... Are we just friends? So I'm really excited because this is one particular movie that it made quite a bit of buzz 2 years ago. Quite a bit of buzz 2 years ago. Now, this movie right here, a lot of people don't consider it a horror film, and I can understand why, but upon my second watch, I kind of disagree. I very much fully feel that this is a horror movie.
Stuff. Absolutely.
I feel this is a horror movie for sure.
This low-key was obsession before obsession. Just saying. Kind of, low-key. Kind of.
I mean, damn.
We'll talk about it. There's some like same themes in here with bodily autonomy and control of your own body and stuff like that too.
Fuck, dude, you just opened up my whole mind to a whole different world right now, dude. I did not think of that until you literally said it right now.
And it doesn't help that the character's name is also Nikki in the movie as well.
That's true.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It was hard not to
that's
think
really
about
fair. Really, really fair. But the film that we are going to be talking about tonight, folks, is going to be none other than It's What's Inside. I always find it weird when you have two apostrophes in the same sentence, but that's neither here nor there. But It's What's Inside. First and foremost, before we jump into your thoughts, we're going to go ahead and listen to some EVPs from the Ghoulish Knights. We're going to do that in 3, 2, 1. I guess I should have had it queued up first. Sorry, May. Now we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, it's Farrah again. Hey Allison girl, I love you. Shout out to you. Okay, but to the movie, It's What's Inside. It was one of my favorite movies the year it came out. I think it's so fun. I've watched it a bunch of times. I love how it makes you think that it's going one way. Like you go into it and you know something is up, but it's not what you think. And I love when a movie tricks me. I love when I think I know something and then I don't know what I thought I know. I also really liked the Polaroid pictures. I just thought they were so cute. And I love how they use the colors when they are like trying to help you know like who's been switched and swapped and who's really in where. They definitely would have never got me to play this party game, but it made for a fun movie, so I'm not mad at it. But those are my thoughts.
Hi, Spooky Boys and Ghoulish Knights. This is Rhiannon or Ripley from Discord and from Sydney, Australia. I love It's What's Inside. I think bodies warped so that It's What's Inside could run. I love the use of coloured lighting in this movie. I think it gives a really psychedelic feeling, and I really love that it's used as a tool to designate people's outside bodies and then which soul is in which body. I think that's really, really clever. I love that the camera work in this movie, that it's always spinning around in a circle, and it only really settles on one character, like when it's focusing on someone, like for example when it's focusing on Forbes. I think it's a really clever tool. I love the plot. It freaks me out. It sounds like an absolute nightmare. I think it's really original. And I low-key think that Shelby is a villain and Cyrus didn't deserve what he got. Yeah, great movie, great choice. Thanks, guys. Can't wait to hear the episode.
Toasty hot take. Okay.
We will talk about that.
We'll talk about it, yeah.
Holy shit. Shout out to Farah and Rhiannon. Oh my God. Thank you both so much for submitting your EVPs.
Good takes.
If you would also like to participate and submit your EVP, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a K. And you can sign up for the Hellfire tier, the Lantern tier or above. And you can go ahead and submit your thoughts on the next film that we're going to go ahead and be discussing here on Nightlight or Horror Movie Podcast. But damn. You know, Rhiannon was speaking something right there, because that was actually a question I was going to ask you right here, Freddie. We'll talk about that when we get to it, but I was going to ask you that question if he deserved what he got. But let's go ahead and jump into this. First and foremost, Freddie, thoughts?
So this was my second time watch. I believe the first time watch was when this movie first came out, when it got a lot of buzz, kind of like what we talked about earlier. I really liked it back then. I really like it right now. I kind of like fell back in love with this movie again because I forgot how like great it is editing wise, and like the colors, the schemes, the story. It's unique. It's crazy. It's bonkers. It's a fun dynamic of a great ensemble cast with great acting and great everything. To be honest, this movie feels very high energy, high octane, very quick, very fast. It presents a lot of cool elements and ideas. And I'm really happy that I didn't remember what the twist was, because I really enjoyed the ending of this movie as well, where I completely forgot that was the case of when we actually talk about it. I don't want to spoil it now for those who haven't seen it, but there's a really good twist. There's a lot of great outcomes. I love the pacing of this movie. This movie never feels slow. It feels like there's something always going on, which is nice.
It's a very, very fast movie.
It's chaotic. It's good. And I love the idea that maybe like Bodies in this movie as a double feature. That would be a great double feature for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Love the thoughts too about just the characters and their decisions and their motivations and the outcome and where everyone kind of ends up going. And just the uniqueness of this movie, it has its own personality and it really comes to life. There's no other movie that feels like this one. There's a lot of similar themes, which I'll talk about during the movie breakdown, but it still stands on its own. I feel like this movie is like a rare gem that we get very rare in between, like good movies and stuff like that too, which is crazy to think about because I feel like this was just a Netflix movie, right? It didn't go to theaters or anything, which breaks my heart. Netflix, you should believe in actually releasing your movies in theaters.
Breaks my heart, but doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all.
But hey,
I mean, Shudder's been doing a really good job at putting their movies in theaters. And actually waiting a nice length of time to release it onto their platform. Like, for example, Whistle came out like in February, and it took like 2 months to come out on Shudder. Forbidden Fruits, Faces of Death finally comes out next month on Shudder, and that's been out for a few months already. So like, really good job to allow them to kind of make some money instead of just throwing it directly onto streaming platforms. I think that's great.
Right.
I love
keeping the communal experience of going to the theater together to watch a movie, and then you can watch it at home, which is beautiful. I think that is the best route to go. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a good rewatch too. I think even knowing the ending, I think you still have fun with this movie because even just the conversations alone were very engaging and just like hooks you in, and you kind of like love the drama. It's kind of like watching trash TV in a way, but also seeing this like psychological thriller go wrong, and definitely feels like a horror film without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, there's even a body count, which is crazy, but it all plays on like what happens next. And I kind of forgot like the predicament is like, oh yeah, everyone's not in their original bodies. Yeah. And then when someone dies, you're just like, well, you can go back, and then that person's consciousness or their own like files or whatever, deleted, gone. You moved it to the trash can and you emptied the trash, it's gone. The box too is such a cool concept too.
It literally is the concept of just like a computer. It's like getting a new computer, and that's the literal concept. It's pretty amazing.
Which I've definitely played like Werewolf and Mafia, and those games are always fun. But I don't to everyone's point, I don't think I would ever play this game ever. I think I would be just too scared.
Not be okay
like,
switching bodies.
What if
with
the machine
else?
just stops working for whatever reason? You don't know. Like, just it's not worth it.
I don't want to give it away, but I almost said the person's name. But like they mentioned that it needs to charge for 24 hours. So like if it would have died while they were doing this, they literally would have had to wait an entire day. And Homeboy was supposed to get married literally the next day. So god damn.
Risk over reward, not there.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Fuck that. Absolutely
no safeguards whatsoever.
I'm with you though, man. I love this movie. I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. It for pound, it really just is a high octane, just fueled ride that is just so much fun. It's a party movie too. It's such a great party movie. You know, bodies. I would even put this in the category of Talk to Me as well. I think 100%. I think this movie is just such a very fun party movie to have on with friends. Grab some popcorn, have conversations in between it if you want to. Because like the movie, there's a lot going on in it, but to be completely honest, it's not that hard to follow what's happening once the twist happens. At least for me.
That's fair.
Yeah. I guess I can't speak for everybody, but at least for me, it's not that hard to understand what's going on when the twist happens and all that stuff. It's just like, oh, okay, like, yeah, that's who, and that's where they are, and that's so on and so forth.
Right.
My least favorite person in this movie, though, I will admit, is Shelby. Not her character itself. It's just the actress, I felt like wasn't as strong as the other actors that were in the film. I felt like everybody else were a little bit stronger than she was in terms of like line delivery. Because like she even ends the ending film line. And I even felt like that came off just kind of cringe and a little awkward.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it.
Differ on it. I think she did a good job. I think she did a good job,
but I don't think she was on the same level as everybody else. I felt like everybody else acting chops were just a little bit better in terms of believability. Like for example, the chick playing Nikki, dude, she to me was the best out of them all.
She was the best for sure. Yeah.
I genuinely was just like, okay, yeah, no, she definitely can fucking act. Her name's Alicia Debnam Carey, but I thought she was great. She was in Walking Dead. That's what I remember her from. She was in the one that was on the boat. It was a sideshow, but she was in that.
Oh, okay. Fear the Walking Dead. Is that the?
Yeah, there you go. One? Yeah. Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, she was.
I think
she was the sister
episode 1
in that one. But
interesting. Okay.
I thought she was great. Like I thought she was fantastic. I really like her a lot. I think she's also Australian, so she was also in I think in an Australian movie as well. I think another horror movie maybe, but whatever. Besides the point. Yeah, she's great. I thought she was awesome. I thought she did a really, really good job. Yeah, I also think that everyone did a fairly good job just in terms of like how they had to switch bodies and pretty much act like somebody else.
And you knew who that person was.
They couldn't even act like themselves. Yeah. I think really that's really job. Great.
I think
they did.
This is probably the biggest test as an actor of like, cool, you are multiple different characters in the same movie. And you have to like know your character, you have to know their personality, you have to know their mannerisms, all of these little small details. And I feel like they did it. It was like, yeah, I know who you are by just how you're moving, and how you're talking, and how you're responding. And just like the little things like, no one calls anyone dude but you, dude. And it's like, oh, Maya, it's true. It's like, there's these little intricacies where like you can kind of find out without, the movie does a good job of kind of like holding your hand a little bit, where it's just like, oh yeah, let's turn everything red and I'll show you who they really are. And that's like, I feel like we didn't need that. I feel like that's a little bit like you're thinking the audience might be a little maybe not too smart to figure it out. I would love to have that taken away. I know that a lot of people probably appreciate it because it's a little bit easier to follow, but at the same time, that gives it rewatchability. It's like, oh, I want to figure it out myself. It's like a mystery for myself of figuring out who is who at what point in what round and round 2 and round 3. Even if some questions were never answered, I would have been okay with it too, because it just gives it that much more, I don't know, entertaining aspect out of it outside of the movie watching. Fair. It's like the discussion part where you're talking with your friends, like, who do you think this character was in this round type of feel.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Seeing their personalities come to life in their different bodies, I was just like, this is cool. And then the editing style, like the side by side and having all the characters, little squares come together in the first round. I feel like they just had fun in the post-production side of things as well as the actual production itself, which I'm just like, cool, absolutely. Like, this is a passion project, and you could tell it was a passion project to make this movie this type of vision, and they nailed it. It was pretty good. I liked it a lot.
They did, and I thought that was great. You know, I was thinking about a few of these characters, and I was like, man, like a lot of these characters do look familiar, but like the person who plays Forbes, super deep cut because he wasn't in this movie long. But do you know what movie he's from?
No.
It starts with this color.
Hulk?
Nope. It's a horror movie. Starts with this color, and it's inside of a room. No,
oh, the green room.
Green room. There we go. He was the guy who set them up to go to play the show with the neo.
Oh, interesting. That's hella funny.
And same movie. Person who plays Shelby, Brittany O'Grady. She was in the remake of, or the remake of Black Christmas. So, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. The more you know. I'm not gonna lie though, the person playing Cyrus, he looked old as fuck. Like, and I think it turns out that he is older than everybody. I think he's in his 40s when he was playing in this, and everybody else were like late 20s, early 30s. And I was like, that dude just looks way older than everybody to me.
I was about to get so scared. It's like, yeah, this guy's old as fuck. He's like in his mid 30s. I'm like, that's us, dude. That's us.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like, that's not old.
No. Even 40 is not old.
In your early 40s is not old at all.
Yeah, that's not old either. I'm just saying, like, he's
forever.
He's a lot older than everybody else in this
else.
movie.
That's fair. Yeah.
And it was noticeable. That's all. That's all I was saying. Sorry for the folks who are 40 and above. But let's go ahead and jump into this, man, because I am so excited to dive right on in. It's What's Inside, directed by Greg Jardin. Jardin? This person, I believe, is French, so it's either... I'm sure it's not Jardin. It might be Jardin.
That's pretty good.
Don't know. Released January 19th of 2024, runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes with a budget of $2.5 million, no box office because this movie was not released in theaters, and a rating of 80% on the Rotten Teats. I think that's a super solid score for this movie, though. I like this movie a lot, and it obviously it showed how many people enjoyed this movie, but yeah. I just wish Netflix didn't buy it. That's so, because this movie would have done so well in theaters. I felt like, I truly feel like this movie would have done so well in theaters.
Yeah,
but whatever. We open to muffled chatter and static as we move toward a shaking machine. The muffles turn into arguments and a thud before the machine turns off and is packed away. Cut to influencer Nikki V, sharing dating advice on a video. Shelby's listening to her advice to try something new as she tries on a wig and practices some sexy lines in the mirror. Oh, hey, cutie. Meanwhile, her boyfriend Cyrus is in the other room watching the same exact video that she is while masturbating. His tabs are filled with porn as he selects one to continue, slamming the lid shut when Shelby walks in. He tries to cover it up and she's willing to move past it, trying to continue their roleplay, but he's not showing an ounce of enthusiasm, and she rightfully calls it off. They argue about spicing up their sex life, concluding that she no longer wants to go to their friend's wedding. Their argument is cut off by the title card. I love that they do this twice in this movie. I think that's really great. Actually, they do it a few times because they even have like those mid-cut scenes of round 1, round 2, and coda. So like I do like how they kind of like split those up quite a bit. I think that's really
it's like
fun.
Little chapters in a way.
Yeah,
it's like here's your quick intro, very fast introduction to some of the main characters. We jump right into it. We jump into segment 1, segment 2, and then we have our epilogue towards the end.
Yeah,
which is so enjoyable as well. But yeah, off the bat, the editing's great. You see where everyone's mind is at as well. And then we kind of get our main character's perspective on she's having relationship issues. And we jump right back into the movie itself.
Yeah, dude, I really love that. There's a piece of the editing that I really like in this movie. It's so simple, but it's done so well. Flashes of their friends' group's social media posts about Ruben's upcoming wedding. I forgot what they called the wedding. It was like a mix. Rufia?
Riplia?
Yeah, I think it was Rufia. Because it sounds like roofie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rufia. It's terrible combination. Yeah, my wife and I totally did not do that. We did not combine our names. That would also be so bad. Pathline.
Newer generation-esque a little bit.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's a millennial thing. Because we had Bradgelina. Yeah, we had Bradgelina.
Yeah, okay,
we had, so like we had.
You know what? I will say it's a hybrid.
A lot with celebrities.
It's a hybrid of generations.
Okay.
Just like today's society with social
sleep
media.
at night, man. But
hashtag whatever.
Hashtag Doge Mom. But yeah. Shelby is scrolling through the mini post while Cyrus is driving. And this is what I mean right here, that they do this editing technique where they just split the screens. Super simple, but it's so well done. It reminds me a little bit of Burn After Reading, if you remember that Coen Brothers movie.
100%.
Is that Coen's brother movie? That's a Coen Brothers movie, right? Burn After Reading?
Yes, because we are cinephiles and we know the answers to that, and we're confident.
I
we're going to double down and say absolutely it is. Nope, don't even look it up. You don't have to.
No, I have to.
We'll either be corrected by everyone. Oh, yeah, we were 100% correct on it. We didn't even have to look it up.
We were 100% correct. Yes, yeah. But it reminds me of that. It reminds me of the editing style of a Coen Brothers movie, specifically Burn After Reading. There we have it. He brings up how healthy it is for them to try new experiences, but she's not fully paying attention to him. Finding one of his posts about the reunion of Ruben's wedding, tapping on Nikki's profile, seeing how often Cyrus responds to each post. And he responds with like the fire emoji for pretty much everything.
Yeah, he liked every one of her photos.
Every
Literally
single one.
And it shows it on there.
Yeah. And she's jealous of Nikki's social media lifestyle as how much attention she receives compared to herself. This was so fucking sad. And like this was so telling of like how people probably are today.
Oh yeah, very self-conscious. I'm gonna be honest,
I used to be like this. I'm
still like this.
There you go. Like
I hate posting online. But I have to.
Same.
Or I don't have
that's
to.
That's why I don't anymore. But there was such a competition, an internal competition. I'm not competing with anybody, but I would have this internal competition every single fucking time I would post something on Twitter to see how many likes I can get. And it would be with specific people. I'm not going to name them, but it would be with specific people. And I would see that person get a certain amount of likes. So then I would feel obligated to post to outdo them. And it felt so toxic and unhealthy that I stopped. I was just like, this is not okay. And me doing that, granted, we lost a lot from that. Like we stopped getting brands hitting us up, or not brands, but like studios hitting us up and giving us things. Like we stopped getting like certain, like, I guess, front of the line priorities for certain things. I'm not going to say that was completely because of me not posting, but I do have a suspicion that probably didn't help. Right. Because I didn't have a presence anymore.
Social media has a very huge impact in our industry.
Unfortunately it does.
Yeah, I feel like even like when we go to like film festivals, and it's more influencers and journalism now sometimes as well, which there's definitely room for both. But there is very much like, oh, if you have an audience online, that is like the cream of the crop. It's like, all right, we'll give you all the stuff, which is like, it's interesting, but it's weird how social media is so powerful. I think it's a great thing and an evil thing at the same time. It's like everything's in moderation. It's just like, just post what you love to do and do what you want to do, but don't think about like as a competition or thinking that you have to compare yourself with someone else. It's just you do it because you love it, and that's pretty much it. And if you do feel self-conscious, the one thing I do like about Instagram is that you can hide your likes. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't get that many likes, I can hide it. At least for me, I'm just like, okay, I don't want to, not that it's embarrassing, but it's just like, I don't know. I think
you
I have
feel
to
like
get better at
you
that
feel
too.
like you have
Yeah.
an image to uphold when you are doing something. Because, like, I mean, let's be super real. The only real reason why most people post on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, it's to be noticed.
Right.
And that's the point, right? The point is for people to look at it and to like it and to interact with it. That's the whole point. If you didn't care about that, then you would probably do it in a diary. Right? You would probably do it somewhere else. You would have your own.
You're posting
personal
publicly,
message
not
board.
privately, for that reason.
Exactly.
I hope everyone knows.
Like, you're still posting to have someone look at it, whether it be a family member, a friend, it doesn't matter. That's the point of posting on social media. It's social media, right? So it's like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that that's like a bad thing. The way that I know it might sound like I am, but I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's the point. That's literally the point of it. And it became unhealthy for someone like me because I would treat it like how they treated it in this movie, where it was a fucking competition with nobody but myself. And I literally would compete and be like, I need to outdo this post that I already did and whatever. And it's kind of sad to say this, but I know that exactly almost every single post that went viral for myself on Twitter. So it's just like, and I hate that. I even know what post went viral on Blue Sky. I remember the first time I went viral on Blue Sky, and I had that quick dopamine hit, and then I started posting like crazy again, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. I'm chasing a high that does not exist. It's just, this is so dumb. So I just stopped posting altogether. So and there you go, everybody. That's there you have it. That's why I hate posting online. So there you go.
But it also brings people together, and there's collaborations and talks.
Yeah, that's why I just do it with the guys of Nightlight, and that's it. There you go. Well, we can interact that way. You'll see me on there
because we love you, and that's the only reason.
That's how we do it. Discord is the only thing that I truly care about in terms of like posting something on. It's our circle. It's our community that we've cultivated. It's our own
and something
social
we're passionate
platform.
about and love and care. We don't care about the fame and fortune or whatever. We do it because we love it. Hey, I get to podcast with my best friend. That's all that matters.
Likewise.
One person.
You know, one of my biggest regrets. Sorry for the tangents, y'all, but one of my biggest regrets.
We talked about social media way too long.
I know we sure did, but one of my biggest regrets is this was before we started the podcast and all this whole other stuff. But one of my biggest regrets was not making you one of my groomsmen at my wedding. One of my biggest regrets. I talk about it with Kathleen all the time, and it's just like that's literally one of my biggest regrets. Where I'm just like, I fucked up. Like that was so lame. But like you and I, we weren't that close in the beginning of that at that time and all that stuff. Friendship is a marathon. It gets stronger as it goes too. Right. Exactly. 100%. Beauty of life. But if I could go back in time, you would be there. They pull up to Ruben's mom's mansion. You'd be there too. Yeah, I would be there. I was there in spirit. I don't know who was there, but wasn't any of us. None of us. I was barely there. I was barely even there. Okay. Yep. No more lore about that. They pull up to Ruben's mom's mansion, and Shelby is extremely anxious, popping a bar before they get out. If you're unfamiliar with the bar, thank God that you're innocent. Yeah. Passing up Ruben's mom's vaginal installation after she freaks out from a bird flying in her face. That would have scared the shit out of me. That is scary. God. I don't know. That would have scared the shit out of me. Like, that was not I would be like, that's a bad omen. We got to go back home. I don't know why I feel like it was not planned, and they were just like, keep it in. We'll talk about it when they walk in. Maybe just like, I think like, oh my God, are you okay? Planned. Everyone's just like, actually concerned about her. It's like, I got a bird just flew in my face. That would be, that actually would be really funny. That'd be really funny. He tries to comfort her as they approach the door, but she pauses, wondering if he's always watching porn when she goes out for a run. They argue until Dennis opens the door, excitedly greeting them both, while Maya is next in line to greet her friends. They quickly catch up until Nikki comes in, hugging Shelby first, both complimenting each other, but Cyrus breaks it up, so he practically demands his hug. He totally is a like, where's my hug at kind of guy. Yeah. You can totally tell. He's a piece of shit. Like, he is a piece of shit. Oh, he's an awful human being.
There's a couple awful human beings in this movie for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But we are going to talk about what Ripley has said as well. So we will talk about that. Nikki congratulates them on getting married, but they both claim that they haven't. During this time, she reminds Maya that she's allergic to peanut butter as she eats a tray of snacks. Brooke comes in excitedly running up and giving a hug to Shelby as she wonders the same thing about her and Cyrus. He walks away from the gals as they chat with Shelby. He goes outside to greet Ruben as he barbecues. They catch up a little bit before Cyrus wonders about inviting Forbes. Inside the house, the Forbes gossip continues as Brooke and Maya cryptically bring up what happened at the party with Dennis. They wonder what Shelby remembers about Forbes. Then we cut to my favorite setup in the entire film with a set of stills of what potentially happened at the party. And this is fucking wild. Yeah. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite devices in this movie. I think this works so well. A beautiful plot device, a beautiful way of storytelling. It works so well. It's so chaotic while also just being so static at the same time. So incredibly well done.
It's kind of cool because it's such a complex thing, but it's also simple. But the way they have to plan all of this out, it's like, all right, we're going to do this situation first and then this situation next, just to fit the editing style. It's not even part of really the story. They could have just told a linear story, but they're like, I love the fact that they play on memory being not as good as someone else's perspective. And no, it wasn't your birthday party. It was my birthday party. No, you were there. No, you were there. You gave her the drink. No, you were the one that gave her the drink. And it shows physically the visuals of
them switching of who gave her the drink.
Is brilliant. It's such a fun way to do editing where the movie could do without that, but that what brings this movie to life a little bit extra, a little bit more. The intentionality behind it. I'm just as a storyteller, it's you're killing it. I was like, it's great storytelling. It's really,
very, very well done.
I agree.
Very well done.
One of my favorites of the movie.
Forbes was possibly being expelled from the school for bringing his underage, Dennis-obsessed sister Beatrice to a college party where she got fucked up. Fun fact, I had a friend who I went to college with. He did this shit all the time. He would bring his little sister, who was 15, to college parties all the time. And
awful.
There were dudes hitting on her left and right, and it was so, oh God, it was so weird. It was so weird. And she was hardcore, dude. You remember the movie or the show Skins? You remember that show? Or
I haven't watched it, to be honest.
Okay. It was Euphoria before Euphoria.
Yeah.
But
I know of it.
She was like those fucking kids from Skins, dude. She was intense. She was fucking smoking and drinking, and I was just like, God damn, you are hardcore, and you're 4. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna name names because those are still my homies to this day, so shout out to them. But this was something that he did. And I just thought it was I thought it was pretty funny when I'm thinking about it retrospectively. She got sent away to a mental hospital for starting a fight with Nikki over Dennis, while Forbes went to work at a tech company and lost contact with all of them. Shelby wonders if Dennis should be over there since it's been 8 years, and Dennis and Nikki call out to them for dinner. During dinner, Brooke is sharing her RBG artwork until Nikki makes a sly comment about her still being single. This was fucked up, but her art was so fucking cool.
So cool. But also great comparison to the movie of how it switches 100% to showcase something too. I'm just that's brilliant.
Not only that, but it was different bodies inside of her main body. And
it's literally telling the story before the story is told. And I'm just
exactly.
Brilliant. Smart.
It's really, 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 really well done. I had a thought. I wonder, what if they would have stuck 2 nodes, one node for one side and another node for another side? What if 2 people went into the same body? Is that possible? I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dennis and Nikki take jabs at, I guess that's then just the movie together.
Everyone just gets one half of the body, one's the left arm and the right arm. It's I don't know what I'm doing. Stop moving my hand.
Dennis and Nikki take jabs at each other based on her follower count, while Ruben is checking out Maya as he refills wine for everyone. All right. If you guys aren't still keeping up, Ruben is the one who's supposed to be getting married to a completely different person named Sophia, but he still has feelings for Maya. Ruben stops everyone for talking so he can toast and reminisce about when they were all there for him when his mom died 8 years ago. While he's finishing up his toast, Forbes startles them by knocking on the window, but Ruben is so incredibly stoked to see him. Running out to the front door to hug and kiss him as he holds a briefcase in his hand. In another room, he sets the briefcase down, practicing a couple of lines. Cyrus greets him as Forbes wonders about his relationship with Shelby. He stammers as he discusses how he pretty much doesn't care about how hard she's been fighting for their relationship. Ruben calls out to Forbes so he can come smoke with the rest of the group. They're all puff passing, and when Forbes comes into the room, he finally shares the game that he brought. He gives them some rules before opening up the briefcase, wanting to make sure that this shit stays between them. He's about to explain what he and his team have been working on for the past 5 years, but finds it better to show them instead. He opens up the briefcase, firing up the machine before plugging in and handing each person an electrode, reassuring them all that he's also going to be participating, promising that it won't hurt. Still not understanding what's going on, Shelby is nervous as he promises that the experience will only last for 20 seconds. Maya jokes that he's messing with the wires until he flicks the switch, swapping everyone into someone else's body. They all panic as Forbes is inside Cyrus, trying to calm them down as they continue losing their shit. He counts from 3 to 1, turning the switch off, sending everyone back inside their own body. The room is spinning as they're all losing their minds from the experience. This is fucking fantastic to show us the first way. The camera movement is incredible. It shows how, just like, it almost feels like the camera is their brain. And it's like
that can't handle it.
The camera moves and they can't handle it. Exactly.
They're losing their minds, and it's just going faster and faster and faster. And you just hear the background of all. It was like, oh my god, what the hell? People are freaking out. People are gassed. People are crazy. It draws you in immediately to the concept, and it's just like, cool. This is gonna be a fun movie, essentially.
Absolutely. Yeah. The editing, you know what the editing reminds me of? The editing reminds me of Saw. Like, you know, like when they're in the trap and there's just like all these crazy edits. Like it reminds me of Saw. Yeah.
Like a metal movie or a metal music video. Just chaos.
Like, it's just all over absolute the place. Chaos. I hope this director makes something else soon because I would love to see something else.
He's made other movies before, yeah? Or is this his like feature
debut? This was his debut. Yeah.
That's he's crazy.
Yeah, dude. He actually really is mainly a writer. Huh. So he's directed shorts, and he directed the TV short Cowboy Bebop: The Lost Session, which I've never seen. I don't know what that is, but he directed it, and pretty much every other thing that he's done has either been a music video or a short film. So kind of like Mick G. Kind of like Mick G.
I'm excited to see what he does next for sure.
Yeah, he does have an upcoming film that sounds pretty interesting, but the thing is, nobody knows when this is coming out. The film was he wrote it, and it got announced when he won like an award for his screenplay for it. So I don't know when this is supposed to come out, but like I guess this was like in 2025. That was last year when it got announced, but it only got announced because he won the award for the screenplay. So it's not much about it, but it sounds really, really cool. Not much, but it's considered a dramatic thriller. It is a deep character-driven story following a man across 2 distinct phases of his life. So sounds kind of close to what this is, but in 2025, he won the Blacklist Award for his screenplay.
Hell yeah.
Which is awesome.
Do you know the Blacklist?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but if those who are unfamiliar with the Blacklist, pretty much it is a list of unproduced scripts that are initially voted upon. And the way that it's voted upon, they receive a log line of the actual script itself or the to-be movie, and then they'll receive a link to the actual script itself, which is a private link only for members who are a part of this. And within this whole sector here, they kind of vote on the best one. But it's not even just screenplays. It could be films that are wanting to be adapted. So like books that want to be adapted and so on. So The Blacklist is incredible. There's been movies that we've all have kind of seen that have come out of it as well. Right. So yeah, The Blacklist is fucking awesome.
One of those movies, we had a good conversation. I was able to interview Lily Holton for Forbidden Fruits. Also,
Forbidden Fruits was a Blacklist.
On the Blacklist. Yeah,
that's true.
That's how I learned about it. I was like, that's such a cool concept, and I'm so happy like that exists to make these movies possible. And
The Blacklist is really, really cool. Really, really cool. I do think you need to be a part of a guild in order to submit, though. Which
probably makes sense.
I'm not a part of a guild, but my script is a part of a guild. So yeah, there you go. I could submit mine, but anyway. As we continue, Forbes admits that it is a lot, as he explains that the experience is like your brain transferring files. The group has questions about the device, but Shelby and Cyrus don't understand why he would bring it if it's top secret. Forbes doesn't answer the question, playing the victim surprised by an invite. Ruben claims that they all wanted him there, as everyone nervously chimes in that they did like, yeah, that's exactly what we wanted, Ruben. Forbes. Forbes shares that he and his team would play a game of werewolf with the machine, trying to figure out who's who. It's so funny later. I'm just going to kind of spoil this right now. That's literally the reason why the machine was made, for them to play
werewolf.
Like werewolf and mafia. Like that's literally the only reason why the machine was made. I thought that was great.
Giant scientific leap discovery of all time of transferring literally your own consciousness into someone else's body, which is funny because I would have loved someone that's like, yeah, last time I transferred my phone over to a new phone, I lost 20 photos or something like that. It's like, so the big fear is like, oh yeah, it's like like just changing files. Well, I had a bad experience transferring files to my computer one time. But that's a scary thought too. It's like, what if one thing doesn't come over, like a part of yourself, your personality, or a memory? It's just like, you guys are too willing to jump on this to play werewolf. It's kind of crazy.
We've seen that happen in a movie already. Possessor.
Yeah.
Possessor is this exact same movie, just darker. Like, it's just literally you're possessing other portions of people's body, and
no games are being played in that one for sure.
No games are being played in that one at all. God damn, I want to rewatch that. What a fucking amazing movie as
well.
Oh my god,
we haven't covered that one, or have we?
We have, we did cover it. We covered it. I think the year that one came out, we covered that one because that one was just so incredible. But that's when we like actually broke out into the industry and like we're like starting to get all these fucking movies for that's when we like first broke in. Ruben is fucking in, wanting to play that version of the game. Maya's next to accept. Ruben and Maya, of course. They are trying to convince the others to participate. Shelby asks Forbes if this is safe, and he claims that it is without any side effects before he starts fucking with them by screaming in pain. Everyone except for her is laughing at the situation, and later on, Shelby admits to Cyrus that she isn't comfortable with this and because she doesn't like how Forbes introduced them to the device, which, fair. He's willing to not do it if she doesn't want to, but she wants to make sure he doesn't just guilt trip her. Despite her nerves, he talks her into it. They all sit down and take Polaroids of one another as Forbes explains the rules. Everyone asks their set of questions, and to ensure that nobody is cheating, Forbes will automatically not make any guesses since he knows who everyone is. Shelby is anxious and wanting to know how long this will even last, and he assures her that it will be however long the round is, or until he switches them back. Brooke mentions that she doesn't have to participate, but she claims that she's good as they begin the first round. Everyone is getting used to their new bodies, and Shelby gives her position away as Brooke when she freaks out. But she's feeling good because Brooke is high as fuck. Cyrus is in Ruben's body, and he stands up about to unzip his pants to learn that Ruben is inhabiting his body. However, whoever is Forbes points out Maya is inside Nikki's body. When Shelby, who is actually Brooke, so that's how I'm gonna kind of position it. I'll say Shelby Brooke or whatever. The second name that I say is the person who is inside the body.
Okay,
yeah. So that's how it's gonna work. When Shelby Brooke starts smoking some weed, Forbes Dennis tells her to take it easy while calling her Cyrus's pet name. Cyrus Ruben is confused as he stares at Forbes. This is just super interesting. Other way around that I meant to say it. Shelby is inside of Brooke, Forbes is inside of Dennis, and Cyrus is inside of Ruben. So that's how. Yeah. So the first name is the person who inhabits the body. I probably switched that at some point while I was writing this, but
we'll figure it out together. There you go.
That's right, baby.
Yeah. Which another thing I like about the small details is like, oh yeah, if you didn't smoke weed, but you jumped into a body that smoked weed, now you're high.
The body.
Because she was like, because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I was like, oh my God, are you high because she was high? I was like, that's funny. But that's a small details like, cool. They didn't need to have that in the movie too, but it gives it a little bit more world building, a little bit more believability that this is like scientifically thought out as well. It's like, well, what happens when you go into someone else's body? Do they feel what they feel, or do you feel what you feel? So they kind of like mapped everything out, which is cool to see.
Yeah, and it also helps with the foreshadow aspect too, right? Because we see that concept of like, oh, yeah, so she inhabited another person's body, therefore she'll be able to feel what they're feeling, which we get later. She inhabits Nikki's body, therefore she's still susceptible to Nikki's ailments.
Right.
He meets up privately with Forbes, not understanding why he did what he did, and this is where we get our first like red glow scene to reveal who's inside of who. Forbes reminds him of what he mentioned about new opportunities, putting Forbes' picture on Cyrus. Cyrus explores the house, finding Maya, who's in Nikki's body, in a room full of mirrors. She's being extremely flirtatious toward him, asking him about his relationship. She brings up Ruben, and she was a thing. Because he's in Ruben's body. Wanting to explore that with him since he's technically not him, they kiss each other, exchanging words of how much they want to be together until Cyrus sits on a shard of glass. Whoever is Maya comes in to check on them. He isn't able to share who's in her body, which she finds strange since he's supposed to be Forbes. She's leaving out, but he wants her to stick around, which she finds creepy, wondering if that's the whole reason why Forbes started the game to begin with. Cyrus hears his voice laughing with Brooke in another room, thinking that they're talking with Forbes. They're making fun of Cyrus. He wants to switch back as they continue making fun of him masturbating, stuttering as he demands that they stop.
It's like, all right. It's like, I'm not really Forbes. Like, he wants to say it out loud, but he can't. Yeah. He can't out himself.
And Dennis was being a fucking menace, dude. Like, he was just like, he was like, oh, my microbe, I'm working. Don't look.
Like little jerk off movements. Don't make a gif out of that. Okay.
Please. You know what? You know what?
No.
That is the perfect first Freddy gift, though.
No, that's okay. Doesn't need to happen.
We need. Okay,
no, we did have one. We had the boop, or kind of, right? The boop thing.
No, we didn't. We just had that as.
Don't make that a boop.
We need
as well.
the boop. We need the boop. And
no phallic memes.
We need the phallic boop, and then we also need the.
Here, look at this mustache. There you go.
Just start making them up for gifts now.
I'm just like, look at this. But okay, jokes aside, because I did want to talk about this serious note about the movie. This is the first time we see sexual assault happen too, because it's not their bodies, and they're doing sexual acts to
other
someone
people
who's not there. Yeah,
exactly. And so I wasn't even going to ask that. I was going to say, like, would you consider that sexual assault?
Absolutely.
Knowing that you're
Imagine
not
you walk into a room and someone's like using your body without you being there.
To make out with someone else. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh my God, how violating.
They do it multiple times in this movie. And we'll talk about later on, but there's literally a couple having sex, and that's like full-on sexual assault.
Yes.
No, this movie... This is where some of the comparisons in my head came out with Obsession a little bit. But it's kind of like, it's even weirder, where it's just like, you're not mentally there, so you're not even seeing yourself get used. Which is, I wonder if awful.
That also plays in with like the concept, because we have the name of Ruben and Sophia being Rufia. I wonder if that is a play on this, like roofies like them not technically being in their body while other people are having sexual acts with their body.
And this is why we break down movies. You're welcome. Mic drop. There you go.
Well, not saying we're the perfect people for this podcast.
How we can start doing stuff that's like GIF.
They're all back as Cyrus looks at the list, making sure that they're all properly switched. Everyone is chanting for a round 2, including Shelby, but Forbes claims that he's tired. Nikki and Brooke enthusiastically express how the feeling of seeing yourself is addictive. Cyrus checks in with Shelby about her fantastic experience. Wanting to know what made it so fun for her, he's bummed, but plays up the fact that he's happy for her. He does not, like, he is such a jealous creature. Yeah. They both are, and they show it in different ways, but like, yeah, this dude is like, he plays the nice guy role, and it's sickening. So bad. Dennis goes up to Forbes to apologize for him and Ruben for getting him expelled. This is a shock to Forbes, and Dennis calls them dumb kids while also bringing up Beatrice. Trying to make sure they're good, everyone continues chanting for round 2. Forbes is willing to go one last round. By the way, Forbes is like, yeah, we're good. Like, very sarcastic with everything and just trying to like move past it as you know, as it continues. Cyrus wants to sit this one out, complaining about a headache. Dennis calls him out for being a little bitch, but Cyrus doesn't back down. They start arguing until Ruben backs them both off. This was actually really funny because it was like, he's like, I don't want to switch with Cyrus. I don't want to get a headache. And then Dennis was just like,
you can handle a headache.
It's like, you can handle a headache. Like, it's fine. Cyrus and Shelby privately argue about his anger and not letting go of things. He brings up that what Forbes did, not wanting to play the game, but Shelby is rightfully offended by his flip-flop. He suggests that they have some sort of signal to reveal each other. Annoyed, but she goes along with it, and it was kind of like this brush on your eyebrow. Shelby controls the device, swapping everyone. Cyrus switches into Forbes' body, seeking out Shelby with his cue, but nobody is responding. He looks at Nikki first, which is also very telling that his eyes went to Nikki first, because I don't know if you've seen that trend.
It to be her first. Yeah,
exactly. But I don't know if you remember that trend.
Oh, like two people say their name, and whoever you look at first is like the person you're kind of attracted to.
Yeah, this is the person you like or whatever. Yeah. So that's what this kind of felt like. That he zoned in on the first person that he likes, which was Nikki. But it's covered up by him seeking out like trying to like figure out who's who by brushing his eyebrow or whatever. Round 2, fight. Shelby is in Nikki's body as she posts a picture on her social media, amazed by how many likes and comments she immediately receives. Someone is yelling upstairs when the inhabitants of Ruben and Cyrus are sitting outside high as fuck. Shelby, who is Nikki, she's in Nikki's body, walks up to them. Meanwhile, the inhabitants of Dennis, Brooke, and Shelby are all smoking. They're about to guess who Shelby is, but she stops them, finding it more fun that they don't know. Dennis, who's in Ruben's body, can't keep his eyes off Maya, excusing himself. Forbes, who's in Cyrus's body, tries to figure out if Maya is Shelby with his signal, but she's just weirded out. Actually, other way around. Cyrus in Forbes' body. See? Told you I fucked it up, guys. Sorry. Cyrus is in Forbes' body. Yes. Dennis, which is Ruben, asks if she would like to check out the roof. And Nikki is outside with Cyrus and Ruben when Forbes, who's Cyrus, hears her freak out because she finally took this message from our sponsor. And we're back. She's freaking out because it's a spider, and he immediately knows that like she's the only person, I guess, who can have arachnophobia out of their friend group. I guess that was just it. So there you go. But he calls her to the green room. They crack more jokes as they walk inside where he tries to signal her. She plays it off, but he already knows that it's Shelby that's inside of Nikki. She becomes upset since she's doing this for him, and he doesn't understand how she could be so into this. She pauses, commenting about seeing his face in Forbes, wanting him to say something else before kissing him. This is very telling right here, the way that she said this, because she said, "I see your face in Forbes." And he kind of flips the script where she's like, "No, you want to fuck Forbes." But she very blatantly was just like, "I see your face in Forbes." Like she's still attracted to Cyrus.
She's attracted to it's what's inside.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And she knows that he's obviously attracted to Nikki. She knows that. Like it's a given, especially seeing all of his likes and comments and so on.
Right. And this is her again, maybe trying to reunite their love or relationship, or trying to say it's like, "Hey, I tried the wig thing this morning. This is exactly the same thing. Like, if this is what you want, I'm willing to do this, quote unquote, for you." But again, it's also weird too, because it's like not her body, which is wrong in its own way too. But any of these like tension building, like sexual thing is just like, everyone's just wrong for doing this. It's not like a swingers party.
100%.
No one agreed on this.
Yeah, no one agreed to be like,
"Hey,
yeah, you can
use my body for whatever you want
to make out or whatever."
Right,
Which
exactly.
I'm surprised no one, because I felt like that would have been a great little point if they would have been like, "Why do I smell like someone else's perfume?" Like when they switch back to the body or something like that. Like I feel like that would have been a really interesting one, where I feel like what were you doing in my body? Like,
do you remember what was it? I just rewatched it recently. The Blackening, where it says like, "Oh girl, you smell like dick." And he walks into the room. He's like,
Yep.
Yeah, that was such a funny moment.
But yeah, this is what yes. Yes,
I don't know what
absolutely. But the whole aspect of this whole thing, where obviously Shelby's always wanted to be Nikki. She was always jealous of Nikki. Right. And even you learn later that like at the party or whatever, her learning that she was pretty much a pity pick.
Second pick.
Because Nikki didn't want this guy, and he was just like, "I want someone," and he chose Shelby as his someone, even though he really didn't like Shelby. And it's fucked up because like you said, like, yeah, you know, it may seem like she's trying to rekindle or something like that. I don't even think it's that. I just think she's just trying to do something so he can like her.
Right.
And because she knows that like he's not into their relationship anymore. And she can feel that, and she understands that. Yeah. And it fucking sucks. But
she's put an effort in that relationship where she does not need to put that effort into that relationship, like that guy. Which we'll still talk about the ending though, but yeah.
We will talk about the ending because that is interesting, and it is a very nuanced ending because this is one that has been very divisive for a lot of people. He kisses her back, and she closes the door, fully ready to get the fuck down. I didn't write this here, but she is telling him to call her Nikki, and she is calling him Forbes in return. Initially kind of leaning really heavy on the role play that they are who they're inside of. But meanwhile, Dennis Rubin and Maya Brooke assemble up the rickety rooftop balcony. He flirts with her by pointing out all of the different tattoos she has. He admires Dennis because he does what he wants. And Brooke knows exactly what he wants after forcing faces together. And they are getting it in. They're there. In the green room, Forbes and Nikki, Cyrus and Shelby, are making out, wanting him to call her Nikki as they continue. And he's like weirded out at first, and then he gets fucking into it. Both couples are getting ready to do the deed, but Cyrus isn't able to do this as Shelby calls him Forbes. This shit ain't stopping Dennis. Then Maya, though. Reuben and Brooke, rather, they both don't care who either person is, wanting to continue fucking. And this is crazy because like he even asks her, "Do you know who I am?" And she's like, "Yes." And Do you think she actually knew it was Ruben? Or do you think she even cared?
I don't think she.
This was a very hard one to tell.
Maybe. Well, the big thing too, I feel like for her, it's like you're not even using it for me who's inside. It's like you like Maya, and I'm not Maya. You just like.
And I think she knows that though.
And she's like,
yeah,
cool
I think
with it.
she.
It's like, I just.
Yeah, I think she's totally okay with
Yeah.
that because she's just like whatever. It's
Which
like
these two are awful human beings because of this.
Maya did the same thing earlier too, though. So she did the same thing when she was in Nikki's body, kissing Cyrus while he was in Ruben's body. So
yeah, this is a messy ass friend group. It's perfect for this month.
they're not good. They're not good people. They're not good people. Cyrus is freaking the fuck out, wanting to end the game, believing that she wants to have sex with Forbes, but she doesn't back down, admitting to her guilt for having to masturbate in the shower since they no longer have sex. He's done with this shit, wanting to switch back now. Everything is falling apart as they come back into the house, arguing in front of everyone else, while Dennis and Maya, or Ruben and Brooke, fall off the roof while having sex, getting impaled by his mom's art installation. When Cyrus gives up Shelby's position, they all rush outside to get a clearer look, finding both bodies dead. Cyrus, who is actually Dennis, Shelby, who is actually Maya, both have an existential crisis as they see their bodies lie there dead. Dennis is freaking the fuck out, finding Forbes inside of Ruben, wanting him to put him back into his body, but he can't. They all reveal who's who, knowing now that there's nothing that they can do about it.
That's crazy. Just
what
imagine,
a fucking
like, you're
nightmare.
in someone else's body and you see your own body die. And you're just like,
dude,
I can't go back to that body now. Ever.
What a nightmare.
I can't have my life back because two other
Maya
people decided.
straight up accepts it, though. Maya's just like, this
well,
was for a reason.
She went on a retreat, found herself, and she's like, oh, I'm reborn. This is the rebirth I was looking for.
Was it Thailand or Bali? Where did she go?
She went to Bali. Yeah.
Was it Bali? Oh, okay. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah. I actually recently saw this influencer guy on TikTok who I guess lives in Bali. And he was like, this is how much money I spend while living in Bali. I spend like $500 a month on my apartment. Look how luxurious my apartment is. I get Wi-Fi. I get a maid. I was just like, all right, man, cool. Sure, like, what do you? What is the point of this? Are you flaunting, or are you telling us to move that in there with you? Like, I don't get it.
Like, I'll move in there with you if you want.
Yeah, like what is this for? You want me to move in? I'll move in if you want me to move in, I guess. You don't have to ask that hard. Whatever. They all stand in silence until Cyrus suggests that they do something with their bodies. Shelby is trying to wrap her head around Ruben having a thing for Brooke, but Cyrus reminds her that he didn't. It was all for Maya. Nikki wants to call the cops, but Forbes shuts that shit down right there, wanting to protect his machine at all costs and getting in Nikki's face for it. She doesn't back off, wanting to know if he's even supposed to have the device here. By the way, from this point on, folks, I'm not going to switch who's who. I'm just going to say the person that is inside the body going forward. She brings up her plan of switching back into her body and calling the cops. Forbes stops her, but Cyrus steps in, thinking that it is a good idea for them to switch back into their bodies. Dennis and Maya call out that they've already switched. Fuck. That statement right there would have made me gone fucking feral.
Oh, for sure.
If Dennis would have been like, we've switched already. These are our bodies now. Knowing that they are still stuck in two other people's bodies is fucking crazy.
This is such a bad situation to be in. And then this is where this is what makes this movie a horror film. Easily. Yes. Like, this situation is horrific for everybody involved. It's like, scary. I can't go back to my body because you don't want to go. You can't go anywhere. It's like, it's a weird scenario.
It truly is.
And then it's crazy that literally 2 deaths fuck everything up. Like, yeah, this movie is so interesting. Yeah, it just boggles your mind.
What do you do?
Just like
what do you literally do?
Like, does everyone just claim the body they're in now and just be like, fuck it. You can't.
I mean, that's
almost
what
like
they were
coherence. It's like, what do
planning.
you do? Which house do I stay in? Like, I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not your life. It's different. It's weird. Actually, that's a great double feature in a way too. It's like, which life do you choose? Coherence and this movie, I guess.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, no, it's crazy.
What a wild one. He suggests that he go into Ruben's body despite Dennis not finding that fair since nobody else has to make that choice. They argue about who stays in who. Cyrus' reasoning behind wanting to switch back into his body is because of his relationship with Shelby, and Dennis sarcastically asks when the wedding is before finally admitting to cheating on Nikki with Beatrice 8 years ago. Also revealing that Cyrus was the one who told Nikki, knowing it was because he wanted to fuck her. Shelby watches from afar as Dennis speaks facts that she was chosen due to being a second choice. Cyrus practically calls out Dennis on being nothing since peaking in high school. In response, he calls the police and blames Cyrus for the entire thing, throwing the phone in the pond, willing to switch now. In that moment, if I was Cyrus, I would be like, cool, I guess we're not switching. I guess you have your body now
down.
then.
It's like, you're good.
Yep. Cool. You're good. You're good where you are. Fuck you. Nikki calls out, wondering where Forbes is. They spot him running to his car, but Nikki stops him with a loose pole. Cyrus and Nikki carried Forbes back into the house. He asks Shelby to help them with the machine, but she doesn't want to switch back. Nikki and Shelby argue and submit comeback after comeback until Nikki brings up the charity she helps. Shelby reads the messages she's sent regarding how she truly feels about her charities before Nikki slaps her in the face, and Cyrus pulls her off. For those who are not keeping score, Nikki's body is inhabited by Shelby. There we go.
Right.
They tie up Forbes as Cyrus plans to convince Shelby to switch them back. He finds Shelby in the mirror room with Maya, calling out for her to be careful because he cut himself on the chair. They discuss how he used to have a crush on Nikki. That was another thing they didn't bring up. Like, why didn't Ruben be like, ow, like, why does my ass hurt or whatever? Like, I mean, like, it's just like they made it seem
It's
like
true,
nobody was in their body prior to somebody being in their body. It's just like,
oh my god, that
all
would
the
be such a
physical
weird
stuff.
experience of like you being super, super, super high, and then you go back to like your like
Yeah, and then
sober
you have
body?
an immediate crash.
Like, what? Like,
Exactly.
what just happened? Yeah.
So that's
A
another
shell
thing where I
shock
was
of
like,
jumping back to your body is probably
curious.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like if you are like super high and then you go back into your body, which you know you did
Or vice
not do
versa.
any drugs,
Yeah.
and then you fucking
Or getting hurt.
crash with soberness, and like I can imagine how that just be feeling like absolute miserable. Oh my
Right.
god, that would suck. But they discuss how he used to have a crush on Nikki and how the relationship has changed, wanting to know why he doesn't touch her anymore. She tries to understand his reasoning, but he doesn't really have a reason, promising that he'll stop, willing to pay more attention to her. As he apologizes, he goes to Maya since, quote, this is the face he wants to be looking at, calling her his first prize, end quote. His speech about being back in their bodies reveals that he was actually the one in Ruben's body. During the first round, he reaches out to Shelby, wanting them to go back to their old lives together, but Maya remembers that she was the person inside the mirror room with him during the first round, which is great because he didn't know who was in Nikki's body the first round. He never knew.
Right.
So that's awesome.
Trying to like shush her, like, stop saying stuff.
Yeah,
Just gotta
exactly.
get out of here. Let's get out of here before she spills the beans. I made out with her because I wanted to make out with Nikki.
Yeah. Oh
No,
my
yeah, this
God.
guy sucks.
This guy sucks. This guy sucks.
This guy sucks.
Maya asked if he was in Ruben's body, bringing up what happened between them in round one. Shelby ain't falling for his shit this time, leaving him to wallow. Nikki wakes up Forbes, wanting him to switch everyone back. Shelby comes into the room, threatening her with a video that will ruin her life if she doesn't leave, locking her and Forbes into a room so they can discuss the morality behind choosing to stay inside Nikki's body or not. She comes back upstairs, grabs Cyrus to speak with him outside, wanting to know what he wants, willing to switch them back or allow him to have Nikki by staying in her body. He goes into Ruben's. They hear the cops chattering as they come closer, forcing him to make a choice for her to stay in Nikki, and he goes in Ruben, and they run away together. Forbes explains the situation, wanting to get his machine back before the cops come. Nikki tells Dennis her plan on making sure they aren't screwed. Nikki comes back into the room with Forbes, wanting him to check Shelby's wiring on the machine. Believing that Shelby is sabotaging them, she smears her mouth with peanut butter since she's allergic. And I like this moment where, dude, it's crazy. But I like
body in a way too.
I know, like she was totally willing to kill herself. And her body, rather
embody Nikki. Yeah,
so that's wild. But oh man, this
weirdest possession movie ever.
Yeah, for real. Meanwhile, Dennis wonders who was on his phone, because his accounts are drained.
Damn. That sucks too. That's crazy. Now with technology and like Face ID and like pass keys, it's just like, yeah, if you have access to someone's body, you pretty much have access.
You have access to literally everything.
Yeah, damn.
You can get into whatever the fuck you want, dude. It's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. She's willing to give her the EpiPen when they all switch back. It is absolutely chaos as Forbes swaps the wiring around, which we come to later to find out what he did, or we're going to figure this out in just a moment. And everyone is after Cyrus. As the police knock on the door, they press the button and the switch officially happens right when the cops come in. Cut to Beatrice driving to the mansion after getting into a major road rage incident with someone who also had who was handicapped initially. They beat her up with a fucking what are those things called? A crutch. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Straight up. Everything is being cleared out as she searches for Forbes, finding him drinking in the wedding chairs. She tackles him, demanding her suitcase while beating him. Someone takes her off of him as he screams for help. He wonders what she's doing there, and she realizes that it is Dennis inside Forbes. She reveals that she's actually Forbes, meaning that Beatrice took Forbes' body. And that's how we get the exposition dump of a lifetime of what really happened the night of the party, exposing that Dennis actually had a longer affair with Beatrice, who, remember everybody, she was a high school teenager. Causing her to have an explosive episode because of the situation at the party. And this was like another thing that he mentioned that was a common thing for her. She would have mental episodes to where she would, have very high emotions. And this one was her biggest one ever, having her want to seek out her revenge and get back at everyone for what's happened that night. Quite fucking elaborate, but god damn.
Such a good twist.
God damn. What a twist.
Such a weird revenge story that came out of nowhere. It's just like, yep. I mean, and the big thing is, too, you feel like there is a revenge element throughout the entire movie, but you think Forbes is the one you did that to my
plotting
sister,
revenge
so
because
getting back at you.
I don't even think it's a sister thing, because, remember, they both got fucked up in that situation.
Also,
she got sent to a mental hospital, and he got expelled. So, very much from both angles, it would make sense for them to have this be a revenge movie.
Which is hilarious. He had no revenge story. He's just like, I just want to play werewolf.
He's like, all I want to do is play a werewolf with my team.
My sister got released. I tried to bond with her. And then it's like, oh my God, my sister got released too. And she has this fucking mirror at this house and she wants to destroy it. It's like, no, different movie. Never mind. Oculus.
All he wants to do is play werewolf.
Yeah.
But oh my God.
But
Jesus Christ.
Great little switch up.
That was great. This twist was so much fun because you forget about Beatrice. And I think that's the best part, is that you forget about her. She's written in the beginning as a throwaway character. And then you get this explosion of like, oh no, she's been behind this shit the entire fucking time. Yeah. Incredible. I remember the first time I seen this actress, it was a little jarring, but she was in the show Shameless. If you remember that show.
I do remember the show. Yeah.
Okay, she was eventually adopted by the person who plays V and Kevin, because she was I think she was Mormon or something like that, and she had a kid or something because like her dad like raped her. It was pretty fucking dark, but that's what I remember her in. And then she runs away in the show. I think I can't remember, but
oh shit,
yeah. Shameless was a fucking wild show, dude. That was a wild show. Crazy dark comedy of a movie or a show. That was another thing though too as well. That show did last way too long. That show needed to be a tight 3-season series. Get us in, get us out. None of this shit of bringing this dude back and forth. Whatever the fuck, man. We ain't talking about this shit right now. Cut to Cyrus in jail, coming up to see his visitor being Shelby. He's not sure if Shelby is back in her body or not. He wants her to speak to the cops, still not believing whether it is Shelby or not, because she doesn't want to. She claims that she can't get him out of this because he was really high that night. And initially, like, blaming him for what happened. Back at the mansion, Dennis tells the whole story to Forbes, revealing that Beatrice still has the machine while also being in Nikki's body. Back in jail, Cyrus still doesn't believe it is Shelby making all of these decisions, proving that she's actually Shelby by bringing up his decision of wanting her to trade places with Nikki. And she leaves his ass in jail, feeling as if he deserves to stay there. Fuck on that, bitch. Then credits. It's that line right there that delivery just felt so cringe to me. But what a movie, man. Let's go ahead and talk about this situation with Cyrus.
Yeah. So,
now, Ripley mentioned that she felt like he did not deserve this particular type of punishment. What do you feel?
So I don't know why I feel like I trust our forensics teams in the world, but I feel like they could figure out that he didn't kill anyone. That's where I feel like it's going to lean towards, where like you'll have some time in jail or prison, wherever the fuck. You'll feel, guilty for a while, but I feel like he would be found innocent. I don't know how they would find him guilty. It's like they could probably find out how, like, yeah, 2 people fell, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a forensic person, but I feel like they would do a good job. Maybe? Question mark?
Who knows, man? Their DNA is all over that fucking place, dude. Like, everybody was fucking each other.
Is that they moved the bodies as well.
That's another thing, too.
All right, that's the thing you really fucked up. I was like, if you left the bodies there, okay, your fingerprints are technically not on them, or I don't know.
I mean, they probably are, because they were all touching all up on each other and shit.
Sure. Let's say if he is found guilty, let's say it's also the harshest one, which is life imprisonment. Does he deserve it? It's such a tough one because he's such a piece of shit. I don't think it deserves life, but let's give him 20 years.
Let's put it this way.
Okay.
Does he deserve to be in prison in general? Life, a day, whatever. Does he deserve to be in prison for being a bad boyfriend?
Well, the way you put it like that. You know what? No, he does. He does deserve to be in prison because he sexually assaulted multiple people in this movie. So yes. Yeah, 100%.
He did.
He deserves to be in prison.
But Shelby also sexually assaulted somebody. So does she deserve to be in prison? I think they all deserve to be in prison. If that's the angle we're going to go with,
that's fair.
I think they all deserve it. But just based off of him being a bad boyfriend, because that literally is his only true crime in the movie, besides him doing obviously sexual. But they all were doing that, so they're all guilty of that. But specifically this. That's his main crime, is being a bad boyfriend, and that's why he's technically in jail, is for being a bad boyfriend. So do you think he deserves it because of that? That's a tough one for me, because in the beginning I was very much like, yeah, fuck this fucking guy, blah, 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 blah. It's a movie.
Right.
So I thought that way, but I was thinking about it, I was just like, well, there's a lot of shitty boyfriends out there who are just shitty.
Nah, I feel like the sexual assault still is in my head, where it's just like, no matter what, even if he's a shitty boyfriend or not, okay, if it's only for that reason, no one deserves to go to jail or prison for being a shitty boyfriend.
Unless you're putting your hands on them. Depends on like if there's any domestic violence or some shit attached to it. But that's not the case here. It was more so he's a manipulative asshole.
And I would still say this. Even if it's hardcore emotional damage as well, I still believe go to fucking prison. Fuck you. You can emotional damage someone worse than physically damage
at least
someone
compensation. or something. Like you should at least be fucking sued for any emotional damages you do to anybody.
for sure.
Because they have to pay for therapy and shit now because of what you did. So I do agree with that. I do think that something does need to be happen as a punishment there. But I feel you on the sexual assault angle, but at the same time, everybody was being sexually assaulted by everybody.
They should all go to jail, to be honest.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So they all should be guilty for that.
Yes.
But if we're saying
Beatrice,
that
I guess. But then she did GTB,
no,
not Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Body. I don't know. She
Grand Theft Body. Exactly. The main person who should be in prison is Dennis, because not only did he have an affair with a teenager multiple times,
that's true too. 100%.
Because not only did he statutory rape somebody, but
is there any innocent bystander in this movie? Not really, huh?
No.
Did Nikki make out with anyone?
Technically, no, but
Nikki might be the only person that.
Nah, she did the charity thing. She's also awful.
Well, she's an awful human being for that.
Yeah,
but she didn't break no laws.
Technically, no.
She might be the only innocent person. Technically, still a shitty person. Which is really funny that she was going to post that.
Dennis technically didn't make out with anybody. You should have
posted that social media post. That would have been hilarious. But then Beatrice has like the good for her moment is like, now I'm the social media goddess and in the convertible driving away.
Yeah, but does she also deserve it?
Well? No, definitely not.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like
she did go through a lot too. I don't know.
She went through a lot. She definitely did, but like to what means? You know, like what?
Like, is this a good for her movie revenge story? I don't know.
Right, I don't know
because she did go to a mental hospital for years because of this dude. Does she deserve this type of revenge though? That's what makes this movie really great. It builds all of these great conversations.
But she also needed like mental help as well. So like this is why this is such an interesting movie, because there's so much nuance and divisiveness that is brought up with this film that like, because like I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know who deserves to be in prison or not. I think they all should go to jail. Like I think literally all of them should go to jail, including Nikki, because the charity thing, it's fucked up, but also I'm sure there's some illegal shit happening there too. She's probably getting paid and like keeping the money or whatever. If she's not helping this charity out, that means she's keeping the money from this charity. To me, that's illegal. So it's just like, I don't know. She's not innocent in this either. I feel like literally all of them are bad people. So
what do you feel about Forbes?
Forbes?
Yeah.
Because
he just tried to make a device to play werewolf.
To play his games.
Got hijacked,
you know?
I guess.
Like I think honestly maybe Forbes might be the most innocent. Yeah, I think Forbes might be the only innocent one.
He's like, I'm gonna change the future, I'm gonna get a Nobel Peace Prize. And it's like bam, smash with a pan by his own sister.
I think Forbes is the only one who can have that.
Forbes, you get the salute of goodness.
Exactly. I think Forbes is the only one who can. I don't know. It's interesting, but like him for Cyrus just being a shitty boyfriend, like I don't know if that necessarily will count for him to go to prison. But
you're right.
Him doing the sexual assault stuff, 100%. He deserves to go to prison for that. Him being a shitty boyfriend, that dude's a fucking asshole. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like he's a fucking asshole. As for a movie ending, 100%, you deserve to go to prison. It's funny as fuck and it's hilarious. But in a real scenario, I don't know. Like that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, morally, like it's like don't do that. Just be kind to your significant other. Love your significant other. And if you don't,
break up with your
significant other.
Yeah,
leave them. Like you don't have to stay with this person. No one's keeping you here. Like, why are you staying here? Because you're comfortable? Like, no, dude, fucking leave.
No, toxic relationships. It's the worst.
Always. So, yeah. Anyway, I got a couple of movie facts for us here.
Movie facts?
I'm not ready yet. I thought I had it
He's
up.
Not ready.
It was on the cast list. Ooh. It's not many of them here, so lock in.
A few movie facts.
So here was our round one swaps. We're going to do all of the swaps here in order. Round one swaps was Shelby, Brooke, Cyrus, Ruben, Dennis, Forbes, Maya, Nikki, Maya, which, interesting. Do you think Nikki, like, was there the whole time? Since she was in Maya's body? Because, like, what was Nikki doing there?
Just chilling.
I guess so.
I
Because
think
she was by herself.
couch, right? Yeah, I think she was just high. No?
Huh. She comes around the corner because he screamed. And she's like,
that's
Are
right.
you okay?
She's just wandering the house, I guess.
Yeah, I guess she's just walking around the house in someone else's body. It's like, okay, you could have done that in your own body. How boring. Brooke is in Shelby, Ruben is in Cyrus, and Forbes is in Dennis. And this one, round two swaps, which the person who wrote this says this makes no sense. So let's see. Shelby, Nikki, Cyrus, Forbes, Dennis, Cyrus, Maya, Shelby, Nikki, Brooke, Maya, Ruben, Dennis, Forbes, Ruben. In the coda, or the little epilogue, Shelby, Cyrus, Dennis, Forbes, Maya, Brooke, Nikki, Ruben, which we don't have true confirmation of that. I guess she just went into his body and left.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess, because we don't see that.
I think we do. There's a flash that we get of her being in that guy's body. Yeah.
Oh. What are they doing?
No, they just kind of like glimpsed it. They were showing everyone. They were like revealing everyone's.
When they did the swap, the switch.
Yeah.
Okay, that I know, but like we don't see what she does with his body.
No, they probably just left the next morning.
I would assume they just left.
That's
Would you have done this? Would you have still went with the plan that Shelby had of Nikki and Ruben, and you would have just gone with the person who had your body? So, like, what if she just went with Beatrice? I don't know. Like, it's just like I would want to make sure that my body was okay. Like, and maybe one day Beatrice might have a change of heart and allow you to switch back into your body again. I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because like we have no confirmation where Nikki went. We don't know where she is. We saw Sophia crying, so she obviously didn't stick around. So. Yeah. Then we have Brooke, who's dead. Ruben's dead. Forbes is Beatrice, and Beatrice is Nikki. So that's what we got. And then we have an edit on the bottom. Forbes is Beatrice, and Beatrice is Forbes, which occurred before the events of the movie. And that started round one. Round two switches are with Beatrice consciousness and Forbes body, which, there you go. Maya is asked about her lotus tattoo, and she said signifies rebirth, signifying the end of the movie and her own rebirth. A bird flies in Shelby's face. This has several meanings, according to Google, such as it signifying a spiritual awakening, being good luck in general, protection, spiritual messages, all relating to Shelby's arc. This one's hilarious because it has 67 upvotes on it, and it has 33 downvotes. So a lot of people still didn't like this one.
Like, I don't like that. What do you mean, good luck? A bird flew into my fucking face. It's like, there's nothing lucky about that at all.
Nothing about that.
I feel like people say, like, oh, if you get shit on by a bird, it's good luck. Have you heard that before?
I have.
I was like, that's like the worst luck. What do you mean?
Yeah. I've seen it happen to a friend in high school, and he got shat on there. Everyone's like, oh, it's good luck. He's like, fuck you. And he threw his jacket away.
Throwing it at them. I'm like,
yeah, he just straight up threw his jacket away.
Luck.
Yeah, here, it's yours now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Washer.
So there you go.
Machine,
but
okay.
Yeah, so that is it's what's inside. It's a great movie. Love this movie.
It's a fun one.
A lot of fun. But let us know what you think about It's What's Inside. You can let us know over on Discord, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Patreon. There's so many ways you can let us know. We want to hear from you guys. So please let us know what you feel about It's What's Inside. Matter of fact, let us know what you feel about Cyrus being in jail. What do you think? I'm curious about that too, because we obviously don't fucking know. So we're curious about that. Before we go ahead and announce the next movie, we do want to give a very special shout out to our patrons over on patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's Night with a K. If you would like your name shouted out on the show, please head on over to Patreon to learn more. We're going to go take some time for our community manager, Allison, to go ahead and do that now.
Good morning, ghouls and knights. Here's this week's list for our incredible Patreon folks. All right, starting strong, we've got Gia, Avery, Southern Knights, Miss Your Face, bitch. Kevin, Aging Knight, thank you so much for joining every single watch party. It is always so much fun hanging out with you. Farah, my Twilight bestie, love your face. Sergio, Jasmine, Kadrea, Samantha, Dim, oh my gosh, everyone. Alondra, a new person. Bow, bow, bow. Can't wait to meet you, hopefully at a watch party. Welcome. You are part of the family. We love you so much. Johnny, our recent birthday boy. And oh my gosh, if you haven't, join the gaming channel, watch him stream. This is our boy. We love him so much. Go support him. Oh my gosh, my cat just like popped up. So William is also saying to support him. We have Kelly, Rain, Carrie, Chantal, who has been here since like the beginning. OG baby. Joe, another of our gamers who is also like helping me lock down these watch parties. They are every single Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Join us. You can meet some of these incredible folks. We love you so much. Thank you for your support. We love you starting a while ago until forever. Let me know if you want some personalized shout outs, birthdays, anniversary, death wishes, whatever you want. We love you so much.
Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. It honestly truly means an absolute ton to us. It really is something very special that we have grown here. And the fact that all of you have decided to be a part of it is really, really incredible. So thank you all so much for just being a part of the show. It truly would not be the same without you guys. So thank you all so much for being a part of it. Really, truly appreciate it. The next film that we're going to be covering is going to be none other than Would You Rather. Have you seen this one, Freddie?
I have not seen this. I've seen the trailer.
All right, you're in for a treat then, my friend. You are in for a treat. All right. But this was Nightlight, a horror movie podcast. I was one of your hosts, Prince, also known as Head Knight. Alongside me, we had Freddie.
I'm keeping myself in my body.
For sure. Also known as Nighty Night. With your help, we can reach more ghoulish nights with your recommendation for the show. If your podcast app allows you to rate the show, consider us give it a 5-star rating, as it honestly does help us out a ton. For extra horror-related content, you can head over to patreon.com/nightlightpod. That's night with a what? Remember, everybody, don't forget your nightlight.